The images you're seeing right now were filmed 24 years ago, and since that day, Brazil has never lifted the World Cup again. Think about it. Since that day, children were born, went to school, graduated from university, started careers. An entire generation passed, and Brazil is still waiting. But 2026 feels different, because this time Brazil arrives with an extraordinary manager, an extraordinary squad, and the rivals waiting in Group C are anything but ordinary. There's a fairy tale, there's a reunion 28 years in the making, and there's perhaps the most profound human story of this entire tournament. Welcome to Group C. Subscribe for more World Cup content. First, as you can guess, talk about Brazil. We will talk about Carlo Ancelotti, their stars, and 24-year waiting for trophy. Brazil is living a historic first. For the first time since 1925, over 100 years, the country is heading to a World Cup with a foreign manager. Carlo Ancelotti, the most decorated coach in Champions League history, 5 European trophies, championships in 3 different countries, a career stretching from AC Milan to Real Madrid. But even for a man who has won everything in club football, this assignment carries a different kind of weight, because this is his first experience as an international manager. Ancelotti's appointment came at the end of a long period of chaos. The federation's president removed by court order, a FIFA suspension threat due to third-party interference, and what became the worst qualifying campaign in Brazil's history under Dorival Jr. His name alone was enough to cut through the noise, and he carries a structural advantage. His recent connection with Real Madrid means several players in the squad already know his methods deeply. In a major tournament, that familiarity is a genuine edge. 24 years waiting for trophies. Some numbers, when you say them out loud, stop you cold. Brazil last won the World Cup in 2002. Since then, 2006 quarterfinal, eliminated by Zidane's France. 2010 quarterfinal, collapsed against the Netherlands. 2014 on home soil, in front of their own fans, 7-1. Germany. 2018 quarterfinal, Belgium. 2022 eliminated by Croatia on penalties. 5 tournaments, 5 chapters of heartbreak, and every single time the same prologue. This time, Brazil are the favorites. The 2026 qualifying campaign was the worst chapter of all. Brazil suffered their heaviest ever qualifying defeat, 4-1 to Argentina in Buenos Aires. They lost a home qualifying match for the first time ever, 1-0 to Argentina in Rio. They lost to Colombia in qualifying for the very first time, and they couldn't beat Venezuela once. They finished 5th in the South American group. At points, making the World Cup at all felt genuinely at risk. This was humiliation for Brazil, and everybody knew it. Brazilian stars. But then you look at the squad, and for a moment, you forget all that darkness. Vinicius Jr., Real Madrid's most decisive player in recent years, winner of the 2024 FIFA Best Men's Player Award. 2 Champions League titles under Ancelotti's second spell at the Bernabeu, 21 goal involvements in 36 league appearances last season, and the man who scored the goal against Paraguay that sealed Brazil's World Cup qualification. But here is the critical question. In 49 international appearances, Vinicius has scored just 9 goals. The gap between his club output and his international numbers has never truly been bridged. Ancelotti himself admitted this from day one. I don't know if he's been at his best here, but he has time to do what he does at Real Madrid. We have to work to make sure he performs at his best. Rafinha, the creative hub of Barcelona's attack. But the same question hangs over him. Can he translate club brilliance into the yellow shirt? And Neymar, 34 years old, battling a calf injury, but still Brazil's all-time leading scorer. After battling age, recurring injuries, and a difficult season at Santos, he earned his place in the final squad only after Estevão and Rodrigo both got injured. His availability for the opening match against Morocco is uncertain, but if he plays, this will be his 4th and almost certainly final World Cup. Weaknesses of Brazil. Brazil no longer produces fullbacks of the caliber of Cafu, Roberto Carlos, Dani Alves, or Marcelo. Veterans Danilo and Alexandro are likely to be called upon at left and right back, and that is a serious concern. The defense will be tested in ways it has struggled with before. Against a team like Morocco, that could be decisive. Brazil may have the most gifted attack in the world, but tournaments aren't won by attacks alone. They're won by identity. Up next, we will talk about most important match of the group. Stay with us. Let's go to Morocco. They are not a surprise from 2022 World Cup. In 2022, world football stopped and stared. A team from Africa, from the Arab world, going where no team from either had ever gone before. The semi-finals. Morocco beat Spain, beat Belgium, beat Portugal. Nobody saw it coming. But here's what you need to understand about 2026. Morocco is no longer a surprise. Their opponents know them, they study them, they prepare specifically for them, and that might actually make Morocco even more dangerous because they know it too. Hakimi, one of the finest right backs on the planet. PSG's engine, a player capable of shaping this tournament in both directions. Sofiane Amrabat, discipline, pressure, warrior mentality in midfield. One of the most talked about names from 2022. Brahim Diaz, born in Spain, chose to play for Morocco. Technically gifted, unpredictable in tight spaces, many analysts believe that Brazil's real competitor for top spot in this group isn't Scotland or Haiti, it's Morocco. Morocco didn't come to be watched anymore, they came to be reckoned with. We have Scotland next. It's 1998 France World Cup. Scotland were there for the World Cup opening match. That was 28 years ago. Think about what happened in between. Children grew up dreaming of wearing that Scotland shirt at a World Cup, and it never appeared on one. Fathers told sons one day. That day has finally come. Scotland have appeared in 8 World Cups and never once advanced past the group stage. That is their Sisyphean boulder, pushed to the top every tournament, never quite over. But this squad feels different. Why? Because of one name, Scott McTominay. Since his move from Manchester United to Napoli, he has become a transformed player, the heart and brain of this Scotland side. A team identity has been built around him, not star power, but warrior spirit. Scotland brings physical football, defensive organization, and perhaps the tournament's most electric fan base, the Tartan Army. Wherever they travel, they bring noise, color, and complete chaos in the best possible way. Their opening match against Haiti is, for them, a final in disguise. They need those 3 points. Scotland isn't coming with stars. They're coming with warriors, and sometimes that's worth more. Let us go to last team of Group C, most alone team of the tournament. Haiti. Pay close attention to this section, because this isn't just football 1974, the last time Haiti were at a World Cup. That was 52 years ago. The Haitian national team couldn't play home matches in their own country due to ongoing conflict. They played their home games in Curaçao. Their French manager, Sébastien Mignet, had never once set foot in Haiti, and yet they qualified. Think about that. You cannot play at home. Your own manager has never visited your country, and you are still at the World Cup. This is not a sports story. This is a story of resilience. And then there is this. Due to the travel restrictions, the vast majority of Haitian fans cannot travel to the United States to watch their team play. The players can enter, but their own people won't be in the stands. The squad's only Haiti-based player, 21-year-old Violette Athletic Club MVP, couldn't even join pre-tournament training camp on time, still waiting for his visa to clear while his teammates were already on the training ground in Florida. Despite all of that, they are there, on the same pitch as Brazil, Morocco, Scotland. These players may not win the cup, but before the tournament even began, they had already cleared the hardest obstacle of all. Haiti may not win the cup, but they had already won the hardest semi-final of all, the one back home. After the quick look on teams, let's talk about the key match of the group. Brazil versus Morocco, June 13th. MetLife Stadium, New Jersey. This match is not just a group game, this is a tournament statement. If Brazil win, the group narrative looks settled. The Giants have spoken. But if Morocco take points, and after Qatar 2022, that is no long shot, everything unravels. Group C instantly becomes the most chaotic, most compelling group in the entire tournament. There's also another calculation for Brazil. Finishing as group runners-up would send them into the statistically more difficult half of the knockout bracket, which means Brazil don't just want to win this match. They need to watch this game. Everything starts here. What I will tell you is this: the biggest story to come out of this group hasn't been written yet, and it will almost certainly start being written on June 13th. There is 24 years of hurt one side, a foreign manager for the first time in a century, a fairy tale ready to continue, a reunion 28 years in the making, and a nation that wrote an epic without a home ground, without their fans, against every odd. Group C is not just football, it is life itself. Can Brazil finally lift the trophy, or will another generation wait? Leave your prediction in the comments, like the video, subscribe. We're covering every group in this format.